All right, it's the G.T.O podcast, episode 14. I'm Marc Anthony Davis.
Sam Walker.
And over here we got another guest, the returning guy, the first returning guest.
Jay Philly.
All right, so.
Or Jacob Fillinger.
All right.
Okay.
Today is a special day because we're going over our nightmare team. We're going to do that towards the end because some of y'all might not like basketball. You can understand that. You will not get the heavy references because believe me, there's a lot of stuff that the average basketball fan would not know, so I don't expect you to know if you're not into it.
This is a lot lower than the bottom of the barrel here.
Yeah. So we're going to keep that towards the end. It's going to be pretty funny, even if you probably don't get the jokes, but it's going to be at the end, though. So first, big drama. Bad news, Sam. Our YouTube money is gone. They're taking it away from us.
Not ours. We haven't been struck yet.
Well, do you know all the ins and outs of this? I kind of went over it, skimmed over an article about it, but I think you would know more than me.
Let me pull up the exact wording from YouTube.
Why didn't you do this before? You're not prepared.
No, I'm prepared.
All right.
I've been collecting screenshots from videos. Okay.
Right.
So, this is what YouTube will not allow ads in front of. This is not advertiser-friendly. Sexually suggestive content, including partial nudity and sexual humor.
Which is all you guys do.
So, no, keep going on. I guess we'll do it at the end.
Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism.
Okay.
Inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Controversial or sensitive subjects and events, including subjects related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies, even if graphic imagery is not shown.
That's it?
That's it.
So, all right.
But it's so broad.
Yeah, you could twist anything.
So let's go to that first one. Sexual. So it's basically you can't have sexual content, even referencing
What
it.
defines sexual then? If someone took their shirt off,
if
a guy.
If a shirtless man for GQ's 2016 Proud of Your Body photography thing could be sexual.
Yes, anything without a shirt on, like modeling, that could be sexual. Even making a sexual joke, a sexual innuendo, that's you can't do that. That doesn't make sense to me. What was the next thing? Violence.
Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism.
So like most of the video games that everyone play, you can't put that up. You can't put boxing matches, I guess, any type of physical sport. You can't put football up. I mean, the NFL, the channel gets struck down, right?
Yeah.
You can't have that. You can't have Draymond Green charge compilations or something. You can't put that. That's violent. What is this? You're getting this broad. Go to the next one. What's next?
Inappropriate language, including harassment, profanity, and vulgar language.
So we can't curse.
So could I call you? If I called you stupid right now, you wouldn't make any money.
If their content ID system caught it.
All right.
But that's just so. What's to define vulgar? For me, saying the F word is a problem, but for some people, just saying anything that's even close to a curse word, frick. Frick is a problem for some people. I'm sorry. Censor me in post.
Frick was a great rich man. And he almost died because he got stabbed in the neck. Or shot in the neck. Whatever. What's next?
Blood was gushing out.
Yeah.
Promotion of drugs and regulated substances. So even if you're talking about, I did drugs at one time, or I support the legalization of marijuana, that could be a problem.
It's attacking political standpoints, kind of.
Yeah, it's definitely censorship.
Yeah, especially... Well, that's interesting. Let's hold that censor word. We're going to put that over here. We're going to put that right there, the censor word over here. And the next one is especially going to that political side, is that we can't talk about controversial content, especially wars. So, I don't...
news channels get shut down. CNN can't make money off of their YouTube videos, but, they get funded by, their company, so that's fine.
So... What I think this is so ironic, because when YouTube first came out, I think it still is their motto, is broadcast yourself.
Yeah. This
is supposed to be an outlet where anyone can speak their voice in the best videos and the best personalities to rise to the top. It's supposed to be a meritocracy, and it's turning more into some arbitrary thing that the people, they want. It's more like a network television. And I'm not too comfortable with that. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, some of this makes sense, when they're trying to weed out certain pieces of content, which if they're getting rid of the gone wrong in the hood, gone sexual pranks, that's fine. We don't need more of those. But
Yeah, those videos are objectively terrible.
yeah, they're just so wrong. But like, if they're getting rid of news channels, like Philip DeFranco is just like, hey, did you guys hear about like the bombing in Syria? That's a thing that happened. Oh, that's violent. Can't talk about that. It's just everywhere.
So you brought up the word censorship. I'm going to bring this word. It's over here. Now it's right in the middle of the table.
Oh.
It's right there. All right. So censorship. It's not legal censorship. You cannot sue YouTube. Let's get that straight. YouTube will not be over because of this.
Not at all.
You will not. You can't sue legally because it's their platform. It's a private company, and it's not like you can still talk about these things on Daily Motion, which we might do. We're moving this podcast to Daily Motion, guys.
Not even one.
But I thought that was just relevant to bring up because everyone just screams censorship. Like they can do whatever they want their platform. I get it, but it's
I mean, yeah, legally they can. I don't have a problem with their right to do it. It's just that they need to define it better and then enforce it better.
But the problem with me is that they don't have actual people going over these videos. They have bots doing it.
They
So
have had some actual people, but only when you like bring it up.
you have to like
You have to go out of your way.
You have to go get them. Like I get like the first like day of your video and it's a strike or whatever. That's the most important time because that's when the most people are gonna watch. That's when it's in everyone's sub box. So you're taking that prime time views and just like messing them over. Like this is people's livelihood. I don't know. It's not ours, obviously, but
Not yet.
I never wanted to be on my website to be.
That's a lie. First thing you said to me was, hey Sam, let's do a YouTube channel. It's going to get big. We're going to make money.
Hey,
and then
that-
Dantes is like, nah, you're not going to make it big. And I'm like, Dantes is probably right.
Oh,
Don't
wow.
listen to Dante.
What has Dante's ever done successful? Broken all the bones of his body. He sucks.
He made one of the biggest videos on our channel.
He made it.
I mean, he helped.
That was a good podcast. I like it.
It was a good podcast.
Wait, wait. Stop. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
So are we done with this? Is YouTube dead, everyone?
YouTube's not dead.
That's
But-
what people been saying. YouTube's dead with every update since 2009. So what is going to change from now on?
Depending on how bad it gets, big YouTubers might leave. I don't know where they go.
What's
But
that?
if this gets really bad,
That's
like
Vimeo.
No, they're not going to Vimeo. But if they're taking down like everything, you get big people like Philip DeFranco. Smosh doesn't care. Smosh is what angers me about this.
Why?
Because they're like, Ian Hecox is like, this isn't going to be a problem. It's going to blow over. It's like, that's because you make Nickelodeon content.
Yeah, he sold out like 5 years ago.
Yeah, you're not even relevant anymore, and you're saying it's no big deal. It's a very big deal to most of the population of YouTube.
What do you feel, Jacob?
I think like the whole thing YouTube is trying to do is just ending people like exploiting content for views, really, because there's a difference between reporting and then like taking the subject material and like blasting it into the title and like making it over
Clickbait.
exaggerated. Yeah. So I think they're really trying to get rid of like clickbait. So it's smart kind of, but the way they're approaching it is kind of messed up because it can obviously be interpreted the wrong way, but I think it's going to be met with a lot of protest and like in the end like not too many videos are going to be like taken down or whatever because of this.
Well, they're not being taken down.
I just couldn't find the word.
Their advertising, their monetization is being blocked, which is totally different. So like if our videos got taken down, yeah, it'd be over. I'm not doing this anymore. We're definitely moving to Daily Motion. But if our monetization got blocked, I'm fine with that because there's always another place to make money. And at the end of the day, YouTube, you don't want YouTube to be the final step. You want YouTube to be a trampoline to the next step. Like let's say our podcast, we made 100 episodes, and then like maybe like I don't know, something like The Ringer or ESPN, they saw that, man, they got a nice funny podcast. They talk about sports sometimes. We might want to have them on, maybe have an internship, and we have another opportunity because of that. I wouldn't want to make that my full-time job just because of this reason. It's not stable. Like, it's so arbitrary, and like when you deal with like big TV networks, it's more stable. You know what to expect, and but the trade-off is it's a lot more sanitized. So the problem now is YouTube is sanitized. And it's not stable.
Yeah.
Because actual people most of the time are not handling this business. But another thing that I wrote down when I was looking up this stuff is that they're trying to, like I said, being more sanitized. Like the stuff they're trying to take away is bad. But like Adult Swim has advertisements on it. Comedy Central. What else I wrote? ESPN has sexual innuendos. All the Nick cartoons and Cartoon Network cartoons have sexual innuendos. Like CNN, Fox News, all these news sites. I mean, all these news shows. They all have monetization. They're all making money. Like I don't see. There's nothing. Controversiality. If that's a word. It's not a problem. I just don't. I don't know. I don't understand. Is what I'm getting at. Like, what's the point of this?
I don't know. I mean, it's like you said. YouTube shouldn't be the last place you go for things. It should supplement what you plan on doing on top of it. Like, if you look at Rooster Teeth, they make podcasts and YouTube videos. They do stuff like that. They make money off of it. But most of it goes to their website. They have that on top.
I won't be like that.
There you go.
That's what I meant when I first started this.
Yeah.
But I mean, we don't have the wherewithal to make a website because, again, I don't have a good computer. This computer can't do anything. Can't even download anything. Anyway, we're going to move on to something else. I think a couple weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago, we talked about music, but very briefly. We talked about video game music. And I want to ask y'all again about music.
Okay.
So music, in my eyes, tell a lot about who you are, how you feel about life, and because music can really change how you thinking, which I realize. That's why I don't really listen to music that often anymore, because it can really change how you look at life. All that grunge 90s rock music can really make you feel depressed, even though everything's okay. So I'm gonna ask you first, Sam.
Yeah.
What music do you listen to? And I want artists.
I think we've been over this.
I don't remember though, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'm gonna go over some specific songs.
You don't remember?
I do. I just want to make sure I have it right.
All you listen to is Linkin Park, right?
Foo Fighters.
No.
Is that what you listen to?
Yeah, I do listen to some Foo Fighters.
All right. Is that it? All right, Jacob. What do you listen to?
Let's just go.
I'm into the rap scene. I've recorded a few raps actually.
All right.
I'll show you my SoundCloud.
Remember when he rapped it for us in German?
Oh man, that was pretty good.
Fire. And also I listen to a lot of alternative and like alternative rock. So, like, what's some examples of that?
Pretty much whatever this nerd's listening to is what I'm listening to.
Yeah, similar.
But what's like the hot new rock out? Because I'm listening to a lot of old rock music.
The Revivalists are pretty good.
Is that it?
I don't know how many new songs I listen to. Like whenever like a big band, because didn't the Red Hot Chili Peppers come out with an album recently?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that was good. I like them. They're one of the top bands in my opinion. But mostly I listen to stuff that was like 90s or 2000s alternative rock music. So
Is most of the music you listen to upbeat?
Usually, yeah.
I've listened to I have a couple of songs that are really upbeat, but then when you look at the lyrics, it's definitely about suicide.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I think that reflects your personality. All right.
Thank
So
you.
Wow.
you seem to be an upbeat guy, Jacob. So what I want to get to, I've been thinking about it. Is it a chicken or the egg situation here? Do you listen to upbeat music because you're an upbeat person, or do you listen to upbeat music which makes you an upbeat person? Because whenever I listen to rock music, it makes me kind of like depressed, and when I listen to rap, it makes me more like focused. And I listen to pop music, I'm like, yeah, let's go. But I don't know which one is happening first. Is that because I'm in the mood for it, or is that because it makes me think like that? I don't know. It's interesting. Yes, it's not the answer to that question.
Yeah, it does. It does a little of both. It really depends on the situation. Sometimes it's because you're happy. Sometimes it makes you happy.
Well, I thought that was interesting, but obviously not, Sam. We're gonna have to move on then.
Do you guys watch Community?
I don't watch TV.
I don't. No.
It sounds familiar.
Okay, what's like the best show of all time? I'd severely recommend it if you ever get to see it.
Severely recommended. I'm gonna die if I'm not watching.
Sincerely is what I
there we
meant
go.
to say. I can't speak English.
All right. You know what came out in the past couple weeks?
Crack.
Well, that's always been out. But these new NBA 2K17 ratings. So we're gonna play a little game here.
Oh.
Overrated, underrated, or correctly rated? Because I'm looking at these couple ratings. I'm like, ooh, what is that? You're definitely better than this, or you're definitely worse than this, and like, why are you even on the cover of this game? But anyway, if they had like the picture of it, like, is this his broken leg on the front of the cover?
That would be
You have my money. I'll pay twice. Anyways, so we're gonna start off with LeBron James, 96.
96.
That's fair.
I think slightly underrated. I would give him a 97, maybe borderline 98, just because, like, you're looking, like, a 99 is obviously the prototypical player, like, say, like, Michael Jordan's always going to be 99, but,
No, because he can't really shoot threes like that.
At all.
So what's the point of having a 99 rating if no one is 99?
Well, this is though what I want to explain. In the older 2K games, like 15 and before, the 99 rating, you could get it without having like 90 plus in every stat. If you're like well-rounded, like 80 plus in a lot of stats, you'll have a 99. But they changed the rating system lately, so I don't know if 99.
Even in 2K15, like, you talking about my career stuff?
I'm just talking overall. For like you just making a player on the roster.
Oh, well, why would you do that?
Because I like messing around. I made a 99 overall guy. He's 99 everything on defense and 25 everything on offense, and his name's Alfredo Sauce. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun to play with him. Anyways,
You play wrong.
so you say that he's underrated?
Well, yeah. Well, the thing about LeBron is some of his skills can't really be transferred to video games because, like, he's probably one of the best leaders in NBA history. Like, just to will a team to win a championship, like...
Yeah, it's hard to put the intangibles in a video game.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose. But when it comes down to, like, whatever they don't put in your ratings, they put in your tendencies. So he might have, like, a bad shooting rating, but he's not going to chuck all the time. Like, he might have, like, a good court vision, so they're going to put his passing up, and his, like, passing tendencies,
Yeah,
and
but
what passes he makes and what traffic. Like,
But you can't rate heart.
You can't rate heart. Mark
how much
Anthony.
I mean, you can have all the heart in the world, but if you're not strong enough,
That's
or you
what
don't
the
have,
emotion status for.
I thought that's how you react when you get like fouled or something.
Yeah, but that's basically the same thing.
I'm pretty sure DeMarcus Cousins has a 25 emotion. He's cursing all the time.
KG's got like a 90.
I think the higher it go, the more behaved you act, right?
I don't know. It's such a worthless stat. I have a 99 out of 90 on my player. Like, you know how
Oh, you got the boost.
your stat cap?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I did, but I just looked there and it's like 99
Emotion.
out of 90. Okay, I guess he just broke.
His mom died or something.
I really hate how they have stat caps.
I think it's fair.
No. I think they should be like every season your stat caps go up.
Oh yeah, that would be better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm already a rookie, but I have 90 3-point shooting, 90 mid-range shot, 90 steal.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't be that good as a rookie.
By the end of the season with my center, I was already a 95 overall with 5 signature skills.
Same.
Anyway, we're going to move on to the next player. Moving kind of slow here. Stephen Curry's 94.
I'd have to look at his specific ratings. Because, I mean, he wouldn't have the best defensive skills.
You have average defensive skills.
Yeah, and dunking would probably be average.
Yeah.
A little below average. I mean, he can dunk, but he doesn't.
But what I've noticed is extraneous ratings, like dunking, like you don't have to dunk to be a good player. They have like less weight in the ratings.
Oh, yeah.
So, I would say he's underrated.
Ooh.
I will put him. I'll put him at LeBron's level.
I put him 99 overall.
No.
10 out of 10.
Definitely can't
Perfect
do a lot of
in every
things.
stat.
I don't know. Anyways, how do y'all feel about Steph Curry?
Well, I think this might spark some controversy. I think he's a little overrated. I'd put him at like a 93.
Wow. You're
But
just going with
it's
1
just-
point
No,
difference.
hear me out.
It matters.
Yeah, every point matters. But I think his main problem is it's weird to say, but consistency. Because like you saw the regular season, he had one of the most incredible seasons we've ever witnessed, and the playoffs.
Okay, so clutch
He
is
will
what
be-
you're going for. Because he's
Pretty much.
consistently shooting like
Yeah.
50-foot shots.
No, wait.
He's consistently confusing everybody.
If y'all using playoffs as an example, he was injured. I know he would never use it as an excuse, but he was injured throughout like the playoffs. So
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, I don't know. I think
I'm sticking with 90.
You got to play past it. I'm fine
LeBron's a
with
97, Steph Curry's a 97.
play past my swollen elbow and my shattered ankles. All right. Well, Kevin Durant's a 93, and I'm gonna say he's so underrated. This guy needs to have 90 in every shooting stat and every scoring stat. This guy can do it all.
I can see like 95.
Yeah, 95 would probably be good enough. Maybe 94, but I'd say under.
But again, I'd have to look at their, like, the individual statistics to see how they, how 2K adds it all up.
You know what? Kevin Durant showed me that he could do it. He could do a lot of things. He's an extremely good defender when he wants to be. So I guess that's a knock on him. But you see in like the Western Conference Finals, his defense was on point. It was on point. And
maybe because he knew he was going to be going there, and so he wanted a good audition.
I wonder, what was it like? What made him make the decision? Like, when did he make that decision?
Probably when he realized that Russell Westbrook was a ball-hogging piece of crap.
So in 2011. Anyways, I remember one thing. Why this guy? He's legendary. It was the year where he kept breaking his foot. It was the first time he came back, and it was
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Wait, no.
Yeah, because it was when the Pelicans first made the playoffs.
All right. Yeah. So he came back against the Golden State Warriors on TNT. He only played 2 halves before his foot got re-aggravated. He scored 30 points before the half.
Okay.
He didn't play the whole half.
Yeah, that's really video gaming of him.
So I'm like, this guy just put him on every cover. He's better than any player I've ever seen. I don't care about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan wasn't getting 30 and a half.
Barely.
Anyway, I'm joking. Russell Westbrook, 93. Overrated.
Fair. Yeah, overrated is definitely.
He's not.
Fair.
Well, if you're gonna put Kevin Durant 93,
can't
put Russell Westbrook at 93.
Well, if ball hogging was like rated, then he'd be like a 90. But since that's not like a stat, really, I'm gonna say that's a fair rating for him because he's an amazing player, but he just sometimes his mentality is a little bit off.
He takes too many threes and doesn't pass to the right guy all the time.
Doesn't.
And overreaches on defense a little, pushes himself too hard.
What about Kawhi Leonard? Solid 93. I think that's solid number for a solid player.
Yeah, that's fair.
You said Kevin Durant's 93, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like putting them in the same range. I think he needs a little more time to emerge because he's been playing really well, but I know he's going to get better. So I'd put him at 91 for now, and maybe like in 2 seasons he'd be at a 93. So
if it were his defensive stats that got him up to a 93, that'd be perfect.
It is.
Well then, yeah.
Because whatever Kevin Durant has in offense, this guy has it in defense.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a fitting rating.
Our man, our boy, hometown kid, even though he wasn't born in New Orleans, Anthony Davis.
Ooh.
He's a solid 90.
That's a solid too high.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Sorry, too low.
No. I think it's perfect.
99.
About 100.
How close to a quadruple double has LeBron been? Because let me tell you, he hasn't reached it yet.
Pretty close, actually.
Not as close as Anthony Davis. Not as dominant as Anthony Davis.
Whoa.
When Hakeem had his quadruple doubles, and I know I'm focusing on one game here, but he scored like 18 points at the best of his quadruple double. Anthony Davis had 30 points.
All right.
12 rebounds. 15 assists.
I'm usually
and like
not
7
the guy.
blocks.
I'm usually not the guy to point out the people who score a lot on bad teams because it does still take skill.
Oh no, this was when he was on a good team when the Pelicans were good.
When were the Pelicans? That never happened. That never happened.
We almost beat the Warriors one time in the playoffs.
That doesn't mean we're good. Does not
20
mean we're
point blow.
Yeah, that was
name the third best person
on the Pelicans.
Yeah, at that time.
Let's see.
'Cause wasn't
Anthony Davis?
Well, I don't
Tyreek
know.
Evans.
Everyone was always injured, so I don't know who was active.
Byron Scott?
Probably Drew Holiday. I think
Drew Holiday. No, he was limited minutes. I think
he's bad. He's just bad now.
He's actually pretty good.
He could be good, but he's bad with the Pelicans. He's been bad with the
Ryan
Pelicans.
Anderson's underrated. He's at least 4th.
Well, he's gone now.
Yeah,
in
I
Houston.
know, unfortunately. But I'm so glad Eric.
Luke Babbitt's still on the team.
Yeah.
He's the first best. Anthony Davis is second.
Anthony Davis is a solid third behind Luke Babbitt and Alexis Ajinça.
Yeah.
I saw Luke Babbitt get a dunk one time. Like, man, he's really okay.
Remember when he showed up at our school?
Oh yeah. He missed 6 threes or something like that.
Because he didn't take any.
No, he took a bunch.
Didn't the other guy? Wasn't John Solomons there? Was somebody else there?
Oh yeah. Is he in the league still?
Yeah,
Nah.
he's still
He's pretty old.
He just left the Pelicans. It's on their last year. Maybe he's back. Maybe he came back.
So sad.
Anyways, let's move
They
on.
didn't take any shots because they're NBA players playing high schoolers. They didn't do anything from what I remember.
I remember they took some shots.
They took some shots, but they weren't like chucking up.
Well, they weren't like serious,
They were sharing the ball,
but they
like
still
good
didn't
role
play
models.
well.
Sharing the ball.
Anyway, let's move on to Klay Thompson. He got a solid 90.
That's a solid too high.
I think you just give him like a high 3-point rating, a high like a layup or
Give
something.
him like an 80.
To get
87.
He got good defense though. I think his defense is a lot.
I give him like a
under.
20.
We can't get a 20, so I don't know what you're doing there.
I will test that.
Well, if you put 25 in every stat, the person will have like a 30 rating.
So then give them less than 25
You
on
can't.
every
You
stat.
can't give him less than
That
25.
is so bad.
How about Draymond Green? He's 90 as well.
Too
I
high.
put him at like 60, probably.
Whoa, no. I mean, he's not the best player, but
He's
like
good on
85.
defense. He's a good passer.
give him an 85.
The only thing that they're really flawing is game.
Is groin kicking a stat in this? Because then he'd be 99.
Might be emotion.
Illegal screen setting.
Well, there is a tendency to foul.
You're just salty that he beat you guys last year. Get over it, Cleveland. You won.
I mean, I don't know. Draymond, he's a pretty good player.
Did you just say, hey, Mom?
Pretty good.
Sure.
Didn't he get like 11 triple doubles one season?
Yeah. That was like 2 years ago.
I mean,
last year.
That's pretty good.
I just don't want him to be in the 90 range, so I'll put him at 88.
That's really petty.
Yeah.
James Harden, 90.
Too high.
Mm.
What?
Okay, offense he's a 99. Defense,
Two.
like 65.
No,
He's
no,
like
no,
a
no.
25.
I'll
No.
put him
Maybe.
89.
If you listen,
89.
Absolute trash.
if you listen to this podcast, you'll know I'm a big fan of net rating. So I looked at
He's a
James.
big fan of trash.
I looked at James Harden basketball reference the other day.
And he's
I'm
trash.
gonna get back on it so I get it right. So we're gonna look at his offensive rating and his defensive rating.
He's literally rubbish. He's a trash Pokemon.
Rubbish.
He's a trash NBA player.
Wow.
Why do people? Why? What's wrong with James Harden?
He can't play defense. He chooses not to play defense. He probably could, but he chooses not to.
What evidence do you have?
All of the mixtapes of him.
There's like a 20-minute long
standing
video
there.
of him not playing defense.
And there are multiple plays where he's just standing there. Like, oh,
No,
here's
he
the guy.
goes like that.
Here's the guy James Harden's supposed to be guarding, and there's James Harden getting nachos at the
So
concession
let
stand.
me show you his differential because
No.
the net rating is more important to me than like the one's like favoring one side over the
Than
other.
actual physical proof of.
That is physical proof. Their analytics, they tell you what happened.
Analytics are not physical proof.
Yes, it is. It's just
It's numerical, but physical proof, like actually seeing what he's doing, you
What-
can't get that from analytics.
Yes. Okay.
Seeing actual plays is what I'm talking about.
Or give me like.
Anecdotal evidence of him being bad at defense more often than he's average at defense.
Are you being like some type of character? Because anecdotal evidence does not hold up in a court of law.
Anecdotal.
I'm pretty sure it does. That's what a lot of witnesses are
Well,
like.
it's not scientific.
I saw
It's not
him
scientific.
shoot the guy.
It's not scientific. It's
But
not
see,
scientific.
if I were to see you shoot him, that's anecdotal
Okay.
evidence that I saw you shoot him.
I think you're
Don't
lying.
shoot me,
I think you're
please.
lying.
No, that's what most material witnesses go for.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean to say that. I mean, it's not scientific. So you
okay,
might have seen.
but science
You
doesn't
might.
mean much. You know what else is scientific? Rogaine.
All right.
What's the purpose of Rogaine? What's the purpose of science?
Get your hair back when you're
Not
balding
even-
like
not
LeBron.
even
LeBron
close.
loves Rogaine.
Actually, he has hair now.
Well,
He's always
Rogaine.
had hair. It's just going away.
Anyway, the net rating. We're gonna go through all his years in the
You're just
NBA.
racist.
Are we
You
still
got-
on James Harden here?
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I gotta tell you that he's not as bad as you think. +5, +11, +20, +10, +13.
He's undeniably a good player. I'm not
Plus
arguing that.
15.
His offense
Plus
is
7.
He's
unmatched in
offensively
the
a
NBA.
gifted player, but defensively he can eat trash.
All right.
Or
We're just gonna move on then
Because you know the
to my
cannibalism.
boy Hassan Whiteside. This guy is underrated.
Whatever
This-
it is, it's too high.
It's 85.
How many good years has he
85.
had?
Well, he had last year
How
and the
many,
year.
how
That's
many
2.
great years has he had?
Yeah, 2.
How many great years?
Like it's like one of his first games, he got like a triple double.
So did Tony Roten. Tony Roten, first game ever, got a triple double.
And
Where is
he's
he now?
one of
Playing
the
for
best
the
players in
Sixers.
NBA.
All right, but he did it for 2 years. Tony Roten, he can't. All right, Tony Roten's garbage.
You
for
brought
him.
up first game triple double. I brought up first game triple double, and now I'm wrong.
No, Tony Roten did it once. Hassan Whiteside done it
You
multiple
only have
times.
one first game, Mark.
I didn't say it on the first game. I said one of his first game. He got multiple triple doubles. This guy.
In one of his first games.
That'd
Yeah,
be
triple
impressive
in one
if
game.
he got multiple triple doubles in a game.
He has got. Oh my god.
Mark, I'm gonna be really just.
We all know how good Hassan Whiteside is. I think he should be a 90. He needs to have all the post moves, and he needs to have a 99 dunk.
90?
He needs a 99 standing dunk.
Nah.
I mean, if you're that tall with his what's his wingspan? Do you know?
It's like 7'6". I'm pretty
Exactly. Like, how hard is it to do a standing dunk at that point? Like
21.
It's nothing.
And I want his dunk patch to be a 720 standing dunk.
All right.
I'm pretty sure I saw that in a game or a dream or a nightmare, but I'm pretty sure it happened.
All right.
Andrew Wiggins tried a 720.
He missed though.
He missed.
He had the video, so it looks like he made it.
So close. No, well, you could tell he was going to miss it.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a vine, so it cut short.
Isaiah Thomas is 85.
Oh, under.
Why are we talking about, like, we went from LeBron James to Isaiah Thomas? Like,
Are you
why
saying
move on?
are you
Yeah, from
saying
bad
those
to
two
great.
people? Are you saying those
Exactly,
two
we
people are
went
not?
from bad to great. We should have started off with Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas, he's probably
Whatever it is, it's too low.
top 3 and under 6 foot players in history.
Yeah, he's probably the best one. Well, besides Chris Paul. Chris Paul
No,
Chris
definitely
Paul's
not.
like 6 foot. Flat.
No.
He's like-
They say he's 6 foot flat, but he's definitely not.
No.
I mean, you could Google that. It's gonna say 6 foot, but he's not 6 foot.
Isaiah Thomas was the 60th pick, very last pick of the NBA draft.
He was Mr. Irrelevant for the NBA.
Who?
Made the All-Star game last year.
Mr. Irrelevant? What are you talking about?
It's the last pick in football, but it was for basketball this year.
Oh.
He was, like, you can look at any other draft in history and look at the last pick, and I guarantee you've never heard of any of those players. But Isaiah Thomas was an all-star. It's just, he defied the odds.
He has very good skill, and like the way he gets to the basket, even though he's small and he like has those really high layups. I really like that. I really appreciate him. It shows. It's like inspiration for all the little kids out there. It doesn't matter if you're 4'5". You could score in the NBA one day. Probably not,
Ooh,
but
Luka Mitrovic.
he's pretty good.
No, but he was the 60th pick. So what I'm saying is we're talking about Isaiah Thomas. Whatever he got is too low. 99, too low. 120, probably too low.
All right. So he's 85. I think that's appropriate.
That's
rating.
too low.
I'd put
He's-
him 87.
I'd put him 90. flat.
Cause think of this, like he should have like a lot of skills, because he does have a lot of skills, but like in the game it won't play as well as like whatever skill he does have, because he's short and he's probably gonna get blocked a lot.
Over height, Mark.
Well, all right. Well, let's talk about Stanley Johnson.
Heart.
The
Why
guy-
is
Stanley Johnson. Yeah,
He's like a second-year player. He
He's
hasn't
the
had
first.
time to grow.
That was his rookie year, I'm pretty sure.
Who cares about
Yeah,
Stanley
so he's
Johnson?
going into his second
Yeah.
year. He hasn't had time to grow yet. It's not really
Stanley
fair.
Johnson is a 75. And I really like Stanley Johnson.
That's fair. He's a rookie.
And we barely know anything about him.
He plays good defense. He's strong.
He's the
You know, let's
solid
play
young
good defense.
player.
Ricky Rubio. Does that mean he should be a 90? No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should be a 90, but like he's a 75. I'm saying he needs to be
And
a.
that's fair.
I think he needs to be a 76. I said it here. It's controversial.
No.
Yo,
No,
YouTube's
Mark.
taking it down. It's
No.
controversial. All right, and Andre Drummond, Stanley Johnson's
Uh-oh.
teammate. He's 87.
That's too
Mm.
high.
I don't know. Andre Drummond gets incredible stats. Like, he's on a bad team, but his stat, like, you can't deny, like, he could average what, like 15 points, 15 rebounds a game last season? Something
Yeah,
like
it should
that.
be an 85.
Like the number is more of the accumulation of skills. Like he gets rebounds on both ends, so that's 2 stats. He gets layups, and he has a hook shot that he always misses, and he's kind of fast for a big man. He jumps kind of high for a big man. So I don't know.
What's DeAndre Jordan's rating?
I don't know. I don't really care about him.
What do you have on this list?
That's an odd list.
Oh, got Big Cat Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh,
He's 88.
Perfect.
Wow.
88. Perfect.
See,
I
he's,
think-
he's a rookie, and you're not gonna say he's overrated.
Because he had like the best rookie season of all time.
88. I'm
I don't,
68.
I don't think he's
Guys,
earned
garbage.
88 yet. I'd
Okay,
give him-
85.
I'm
I'd
putting
give him 85.
I'm putting $1,000 down. I'm betting in Vegas. He's gonna break both his knees the first game of the season.
I will literally stab your throat. I will break that lamp over your head and stab you with the shards.
So we can talk about this.
Busted MCL, ACL, broken kneecaps.
You like having a life?
Teddy, he's gonna get the Teddy Bridgewater injury on both of his
Oh,
legs.
don't go there with him. Sam's about. He's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's
you're
gone.
gonna witness a murder.
In the lower part of his leg, like that bone is gonna go into his leg artery. It's gonna bleed out on the court.
You know how you don't have many friends, and you were so scared when Dantes and I were leaving?
I
You
do
said you
have
weren't gonna
I do
any
have
friends.
many friends. It's
You
not
were-
good
I'm your
friends.
friend, Mark.
It's not good friends.
That's how you make good friends, is by not aggravating people. Talking about cutting open their femoral arteries.
That's what you're talking about, Sam.
I wasn't talking about his femoral artery. I was
You were
talking about,
talking about murdering him.
his carotid artery, okay?
I'm not
Sir,
saying I want that to happen. I'm just saying I had a dream last night, and it definitely happened in my dream. And
Did you know dreams are a window into the subconscious?
So Mike Conley's an 85.
That's perfect.
I'm like,
He is
an
a
Ohio State product. Very strong.
Oh, and yeah, 96 off the bat.
You know who else is an Ohio State product? Jared Sullinger. How do you feel about Jared Sullinger?
I love Jared Sullinger.
Two.
Didn't he get traded this?
He signed.
Where'd he go?
Signed
Raptors.
with the Raptors.
Yeah.
I looked at his stats and like he's actually pretty alright. I think he takes too many jump shots, but he gets like a lot of rebounds. It's like a couple points a game. I really appreciate that. He's gonna be solid for the Raptors this year.
You know
I
who's
miss him
going
on
to be
the
really
Celtics.
solid? Shabazz Muhammad.
Okay, Sam.
All right, so I think we're done with this.
I think you're objectively wrong. We've still got more.
No, I don't want to do this
I'm
anymore.
ready for the.
I'm moving on to the Nightmare team.
Nightmare.
So, I explained this last week. I'm going to read this thing again now. I wrote this whole couple pages what Nightmare team is to me. So we're going to go over this. The Nightmare team. Everyone knows about the 92 Dream Team. All the NBA stars at the time like Jordan, Bird, and Magic were on it. Even college legend Christian Laettner was on the team. They beat every country comfortably because of their sheer talent and unrivaled adjective leading to their gold medal win. Few Olympic teams have been considered close to this one's raw talent. But with the declining importance of Olympic basketball and like lack of interest because we blow out a lot of games, it's kind of been different this year, but people really don't care. So let's trot out a team that might cause a little suspense, a little closer games.
Do they have to be American born?
Yeah, my teams are not.
It doesn't have to be American born because it's you don't. That's not a qualification, I think, because Kyrie Irving played on the U.S. team and he's from Australia. So it depends if you identify as American, basically.
I'll just assume that everyone in the NBA identifies as an American.
So, yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the Nightmare team, a team that can never win a game because they're too stupid, out of shape, incessantly injury prone, or plain bad. A team like this can only be led by a basketball mastermind and leader of men, Kurt Rambis.
Oh, Kurt Rambis.
So
It's your boy.
his .196 win percentage, coupled with his great taste in Twitter pornography accounts, showed that he can relate to players. He's been to the lowest of lows, coaching for the sorry Knicks after Derek Fisher was fired. He also can relate to those lonely times on the road. Sometimes you just gotta whip out that Magic Johnson and clutch it out to some old Twitter pornography.
Or don't.
What?
As a coach,
Just don't.
you can really teach them about ball movement. So, there you go.
All right.
A point guard, I'm going to start out my starting point guard, is 2013 Derrick Rose. You might tell me that's the wrong year, but
No, that's the right year.
he may have a torn ACL and he can't really walk, got to walk with crutches, but he wants to represent his country. It took Kurt Rambis little convincing to put Derrick on the team, even though he really can't walk or run. But he's going to try his hardest. He's eating a little out of shape, but it doesn't matter. During practice, they had a scrimmage where he was trying to play defense, but he got crossed and fell hard out of his crutches. He dropped his crutches, which tripped Anthony Bennett, that's a spoiler, and Anthony Bennett and his elbow crushed Derrick Rose in the face, breaking his orbital bone, and he has to sit out, but he insists on staying in the game. So he tapes his eyelids shut so his eyeball doesn't fall out. And he keeps trying to play. So we're gonna move on to game time. Oh, did I mention these Olympic Games are in Somalia this year?
Wow.
So it's versus Somalia.
Still better than Rio.
Are you sure?
Yeah?
I think it's just as bad. This is one of the most dangerous countries on earth.
Yeah, but like Rio had a lot more health hazards.
And
If you just avoid getting shot in Somalia, you're pretty good.
getting your
As long as you don't
throat
get
cut
shot.
open or something. Or getting your house cut on fire or something. Anyway, I'm going to start with the game. The jump ball, it's a jump ball and it comes toward him, but as he tries to get it, it's snatched up by Faisal Aiden. He's a Somalian player. And he scored, one time he scored 54 points in a summer league game or something. But he never got signed by NBA team, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, he attempts a 720 dunk on Sean Kemp, another spoiler. As the game progresses, Kurt Rambis realized that Derrick Rose is just crutching in circles at midcourt while everyone passes him by because he can't keep up with the game and takes him on after 12 minutes. So that's him. My next guy, my shooting guard, is O.J. Mayo. If you heard the news recently, you know where this is going. His abhorrent defense is only rivaled by his addiction for hard drugs. Recently, he has been dismissed from the NBA for using cocaine, LSD, heroin, codeine, morphine, and PCP.
That's all.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, for sure. And with his years of experience, makes him a hardened veteran, pun intended. And he can pull the team through the inevitable 50-point blowout to Spain by sharing his legendary collection of drugs. From a basketball standpoint, all he can really do is shoot corner threes, if that, due to his unavoidable 50-pound weight gain, because he has no incentive to stay in shape. Before he gained like 20 pounds before a couple years ago, so it's part of his character. I know it's gonna happen. With all that said, he demands to play 38 minutes per game in a 40-minute game, or he just won't play. Which Kurt Rambis, you think he would say, okay, he's not gonna be on the team, but obviously he loves him. He'll become a fan favorite due to his everyman body, his 250-pound body. Everyone will love him. Anyway, Ron Artest is next. You might say no, his name is Meta World Peace. Well, he's coming back. He's making a return as Ron Artest to get revenge on a guy who threw a beer at him at the Master of the Palace. You know about that?
Oh, yeah.
Of course we do.
So it started with a guy throwing a beer at him, and he just got mad and started wailing on people. But instead of tracking this person down and wailing on him in his personal time, he wants to join a team to seek out vengeance. Because for some reason, he doesn't think logically. So he's just doing it. He's blinded by his fury. So he joins the Olympic team.
He's calm fury.
And as soon as the fourth quarter clock hits 45.9, he runs into the crowd with a broken beer bottle and starts slicing fans for a good 5 minutes before Somalian security realize what's going on.
Okay, is this where we're gonna go?
Security tries to pry him off, but they can't from Ron slitting fans' throats for another 15 minutes. After that, approximately 155 fans are killed, and one guard whips out a .22 Flaubert pistol. This is as a single shot pistol, and it's one of the least lethal guns on planet Earth, so it's not going to kill you in one shot. Anyways, they shoot 13 shots, half of them miss because the guy has poor eyesight. Poor him. But he did suffer multiple gunshot wounds to the appendix. He had plenty of time to live because of the appendix and not much blood flows there. But he kept throwing multiple backhands at people that are trying to help him. Eventually, they all left because, like, screw this guy, he doesn't want help. And he kept rapping his song "Go Loco," the EP, repeatedly for the next 90 minutes as he bled out at the scorer's table. Ron will rest in peace. Sean Kemp is my power forward, and this is a 98-99 Sean Kemp, which was 350 pounds. It was after the 98 lockout, and he thought the season wasn't going to happen, so he just thought, okay, I'm just going to gain all this weight, and by the time the season come around next year, I'll shed it all off. But little did he know, the season started in December or January.
Yeah, December.
So he came out the camp really out of shape, and they're like, man, that's really disappointing. So he really can't jump as high as anymore. Things that really made him special, he just can't do anymore besides pass. So on this team, he's acting like he's a regular person, but he really can't do anything. He's not getting as high on his dunks. He's bricking dunks now. He got one wedged into the side of the goal. It's just a disaster. He's really embarrassing. One time, he ripped his pants trying to go for a loose ball, and it's just sad. So we're going to go on to our center. Enough of that guy. This is a legend of the team. We're building this team around this guy, Kwame Brown.
Ooh.
You might call him a bust, but I call him a legend. You see, this is what happened when you got that doo-doo guy, Michael Jordan, coaching your player. Look, he ruined him for his first couple years. It took him until he got to the Lakers to be actually good. But, I mean, you already know what Kwame Brown is about, so we're going to skip him. My sixth man, I know you know about this guy, Sam.
Mush? No, Johnny Flynn.
Anthony Bennett. Johnny Flynn is like dead or something, right?
Nah, he's around.
Anthony
Bennett's good, though. Have
What?
you seen him in the Pan Am games? He can be really
Who's
good.
he playing against?
Actual players?
No. Other than NBA.
He's good in the international scene, is what I'm saying. So in the Olympics,
Patty
he
Mills is
actually-
good against the international scene. He scored 30. All right, whatever.
Patty Mills won the finals for the Spurs that last year.
What? No, he didn't. I just thought about that. He obviously
He had
did
some
not.
clutch threes. Yeah, he did.
All those games are blowouts. What are you talking about?
Maybe we're thinking about the wrong one.
The 2014 finals?
Who knows?
That's the last finals they won.
Not the last one.
That was
But,
the.
you know, I mean, that was the last one, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well,
Just
Anthony Bennett's
move
my
on.
sixth man,
All right.
No.
and he's really good. I mean, I'm just gonna let that one speak for itself. But DeMar DeRozan, this guy. You know, I hate DeMar DeRozan. Like, what? He's on the actual U.S. team.
He's actually good.
He shouldn't be, and he's not good. He tricked you. He tricked you all. He's terrible. He misses.
Kobe.
He misses almost all of his shots,
Kobe Jr.
and he's always taking dumb mid 20-foot fadeaways, and we all know how terrible that shot is. So, but before even practice could start, he missed. He missed, but it wasn't the ball this time. He tried smoking a joint, and he tried to light up the joint, but he missed the joint, lit up his clothes, lit himself on fire, and he died.
Are you going to do a creative writing project for every player?
Well, for some of them, I got a couple left. So he's dead. That's two dead people.
Wow.
I put Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant together because they're both decomposing carcasses when it comes to basketball, and they're back to relive their glory days to get another gold medal for the land. But Kurt Rambis is having none of it. He only gives them 5 minutes each to prove their worth, and they keep jacking shots no matter what. They're out of shape. They can't run up the court. And they just keep missing every shot. In one game, they go 0 for 40 each of them in 5 minutes. So explain to me how that happened. Anyway, we're going to move on to what some people would say is the worst player in NBA history, Javaris Crittenton.
Oh, I've heard of him.
So he's been temporarily released for prison because last year he went to prison for manslaughter for 23 years. But he's been a good kid. So he got released for the Olympic Games. He's going to get taken back in after the Olympic Games. But when Rambis saw him, he said he won't start. So Javaris brought a gun to practice and threatened, like, if you don't get my starting lineup spot, I'm going to shoot.
How many of your players have guns?
Oh.
Yeah, Mark, I think there's a bigger problem here.
Well, I mean, these players are crazy. There's bad culture in the NBA.
Players.
Anyway, he threatened to kill the whole team, but a brick shot by Kobe hits him in the face and knocks him out to the ground. And then Kwame Brown came over to retrieve the gun out of his cold hand, but he fumbled it and shot Javaris in the face. But it wasn't a lethal shot, it was like in the mouth area. So he had like a couple minutes to live, I guess. No, that's not what it says. Wait, is that what it says? Oh, he shot him in the heart, so he bled out.
Okay.
But as he kept bleeding out, he kept getting pelted by Paul Pierce and Kobe Bryant bricks, killing him before the blood flowed out of his body. Poor him. Rest in peace.
What's wrong with you?
Eddie Curry's on my team, and because I need a guy with good size. I need a 7-footer. 7-footer that's 350 pounds. Because I can't get Shaq on. He's too old. But Eddie Curry, he's still like 30-something years old. He can still play, I guess.
Yeah.
And Kendrick Perkins is going to be my 12th man. I need a guy that can go in and beat somebody up. You know, he plays like he's not beating people up, but he's actually being pretty rough. I need a guy who can give me 6 fouls. But the thing is, I'm trying to use my fouls in the game as a coach. But Tom Donaghy is my referee, so he's not calling any of the fouls I'm trying to do. So all Kendrick Perkins is doing, he's like ripping people's heads off and stuff, ripping arms out of sockets, and no one's calling the fouls. It's a really bloody game. Anyway,
Sounds like it.
that's my nightmare team. I'm going to make this in 2K, and we're going to simulate a whole season with them and see how many games they win.
You do that.
I will, and I'll
To be
report.
fair,
We should
I
have our
finished my
team.
list before you, so if there's any matching players, I didn't steal.
We should have our teams play each other in 2K.
We could do that.
I
after
mean,
this.
that'll take a while to make that. Eddie Curry is definitely not in my 2K.
Yeah,
You don't have all-
I can do that. I can do that next time.
All right. Well, I'll come over to your house, and you better have all those things made with the proper ratings. Kendrick Perkins better have a 99.
Oh,
All right. Well, you can go ahead.
you want?
Oh, sure. Alright, well, I didn't launch into much of a narrative like Mark did, but
I hope not.
Yeah, that'll take a while. But my starting point guard is a Lakers product. His name, I know what you're thinking, Sam.
Dang Jello.
No, Marcelo Huertas.
What?
10 out of 10. Did you see the way he used a coach as camouflage to get a steal?
Well,
That's basketball IQ at its finest, ladies.
I have a video as to why he is my starting point guard. So I'll show you this to these guys, and if you could guys put the link in the description. So
Okay.
that's him.
All right.
Ball?
And he-
Dribble a couple times.
Took a
Oh.
shot.
He gets
Beautiful.
blocked.
Beautiful.
There we go.
10 out of 10.
Wait, this is not good.
All right.
This man is my favorite.
All right.
All praise Marcelo.
So that is my starting point guard. He's had some decent plays. I watched like his top 10 plays. He had some really good assists, but his shooting percentage is horrendous. I think 30% from three
It's pretty good.
Average. Pretty
for
average.
his entire.
It's not
career.
average.
So
37 is average.
it's not the
like,
best. And then a shooting guard. I also have another 3-point specialist, if you want to call him that. His name is Jimmer Fredette. You guys have heard of him?
college legend.
He was amazing in
NBA
college,
legend, sorry.
but you guys know when he was drafted? I can't quite think of it.
He was like
13?
16.
Oh, I don't know the spot.
Well, he was drafted. It doesn't matter. But in a recent stint with the Pelicans,
10th by the Bucks.
yeah,
They're lost.
he played. So he
They'll
played.
win.
He played with the Pelicans, and this 3-point specialist shot under 19% from three.
I think Ricky shoots better from 3. So
Yeah,
I think it's
so-
a mental thing.
Yeah, he's.
I think the
he's-
drug
he knows
use
that he's
thing.
garbage. I don't know. He's a Mormon. He doesn't do drugs.
Is that a
If
rule?
that correlates at all.
Is that, I don't know if that's a rule.
All
I
right.
have Jewish friends that should meet Baconators, but they do consistently.
What's the point of being Jewish then?
I
It's
think
not like.
Eli lives in a Baconator. He probably does.
Oh, I mean, you can make the
Live it
case
up.
that it's not real meat, so.
All right. Moving on to my small forward. This Gonzaga product with the best mustache of all time, Adam Morrison.
Adam
Oh.
Morrison.
He was an extreme disappointment.
Giving my heart
He
palpitations.
was pretty widely expected to be a breakout star, but he was less than that. And I don't know what he's doing now, but he's probably working at your local McDonald's.
Everyone's local McDonald's.
Yes. Go to a McDonald's and you'll find him in the play place waiting for you.
Oh, I remember the play
Sick.
place. I could never fit in the play place.
Oh, it's so sad.
It is sad.
All right, and then power forward. I'm going with more centers, 2 center lineup, because I originally had Anthony Bennett, but since you said that, I thought of something new. So my power forward is Greg Oden.
Oh,
Greg Oden.
Pains
nah,
me
he's
to say
good
it.
though.
He's
good.
actually. Oh, go on.
Last recorded, he was dunking on people at a local YMCA, and that's about as extensive as his highlight reel gets. But I'm a huge Ohio State fan, so I don't like to put him on this list, but because he was probably the best player in college basketball before he went to the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
He almost led his team to a championship, but injuries got him down. I think, was it his knee?
Yeah.
it was both of his knees.
Yeah.
Like repeatedly.
Well, I think one leg was longer than the other, and yeah, that's a problem.
He and Steph Curry are the same age, but like
Yeah.
Steph is baby faced and he looks like an 80-year-old.
Greg
man.
Oden looks like LeBron's father.
It's just
You know,
so wrong.
I got Greg Oden one time. My association, and every off season you can use your points to up their potential. So after 3 seasons, I gave him a 99 potential, and he's one of the best players in the league.
Wow.
And he played out his whole career.
He should have been amazing. He just injuries slowed him down. It was disappointing.
And trash.
You remember when he was with the Heat? He was actually like the games he did play. He was actually pretty decent. I remember.
Pretty decent is not worth the contract he got paid as a number 1 overall pick.
Well, it was 2013. I'm pretty sure he's getting the minimum because everyone knows he's about to break in half any day now.
yeah,
so.
but like at his best, he was only pretty decent.
All right, moving.
I disagree.
My center is Hashim Thabit.
Oh, he can't stop the beat.
Well, this man, I think he's 7'3". He was, I think, the 6th pick for the
Definitely snub. He
No,
should
he
have
was
been
number
first.
2.
number 2. Yeah.
After who? What draft was that? 2011?
If you can get on.
2009.
Oh, bad draft that one was.
I think there's one season I know he played like over half the games. He averaged 1.2 points per game.
Pretty solid. He's got a free throw a game.
Oh yeah, he came second after Blake Griffin.
Wow. Yeah, it was 3rd.
James Harden.
Yeah. So
Trash.
that kind of changed the future of the league, and Hashim Thabit is. Do you know, like, you look at what he's doing now, like where he is? I don't
He's
think
still
he's
in the league.
Is he?
I haven't seen him.
Because I mean,
Because what team was signing him after the Thunder? I think that's let his contract expire and no one's hitting him.
2014-15. Oh, Grand Rapids Drive. He was in the D League.
Well,
yeah.
So I mean that's good.
he wasn't playing 15-16?
No.
I guess he's going. He's at McDonald's, I guess, or Burger King is into that.
With Adam Morrison in the play, please. All right, my sixth man. I'm sticking with the big man. Let's see who. Oh yes, this was probably the biggest disappointment in NBA history. Sam Bowie,
Oh.
drafted. I forget which draft this was.
It was 84, the same one as
okay.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Hakeem Olajuwon, first overall pick. Solid pick.
Solid.
He was one of the best.
Nah, too high. Too low.
All right.
Too low.
Number 2 pick, Sam Bowie. He was. I'll get into it later. But number 3 pick was Michael Jordan,
Mm.
which
So
I mean-
perfect pick, wasted pick.
Sam Bowie is arguably better than Michael Jordan, but we don't get into
Taller, obviously. better.
His career was also ruined by injuries. It seems to be a theme on my team, but there was like a documentary made, like one of the saddest documentaries about like how his injuries and being garbage just like destroy his NBA career. Like
I think I
wanted to
watched
cry
that.
the whole time watching it. And he's just like so disappointed with his life. It was sad. Like he was a good player, but injuries just ruined him. So, and obviously he was less better than Michael Jordan. So,
Slightly.
I mean, yeah, it was close.
Mm.
But
Well, any day now he'd be in the Hall of Fame. Of course, what's your next player, whoever that is?
You just had 6?
Well, I had another one originally on my team. I guess I'll mention him. I had another big man, Sim Bhullar. He was just a disappointment to me because he was 7'5", the first Indian to be in the NBA, but he really flopped, and he's playing in Canada of all places.
But whenever I saw him, he didn't seem that bad though. I remember in his first
He didn't
game.
have to do
He's
much.
just really overweight and like couldn't really move much, but he
Mm.
had like a decent jump shot. But
Yeah, he's playing Raptors 905, Canadian D League team.
yeah, so
Oh, I did see him. I saw him on point in summer league, I think.
so he was. I expected great things from him, but
How old is he? How old is he?
Hold on.
If he's like younger than 28, he got time.
He's
7'5".
23.
Oh, he got time. He'll be back in the league.
Canada.
I'm okay. He's Indian Canadian then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they make
First player of Indian descent, I think.
Yeah, I think I know. Yeah, who you're talking about.
But it was. I hope he can make a comeback, but because he's almost as tall as and actually let me mention another big man, Manute Ball,
Oh, I wanted to put him
He
on the
was
team.
bomb though.
the tallest player.
No, he wasn't.
He could shoot threes. He was a
Tallest
beast.
player in NBA history was the
Garbage.
human equivalent
He was
of a
great.
stick bug.
The guy was garbage. Look up his stats. He was garbage.
I think we're talking about the different Manute Bol because
He was
Manute Bol
7'7"
great.
and a half, I think.
Manute Bol was amazing. I don't know what your problem is.
Show me the stats.
He
Show me the
struggled with
stats.
walking.
Okay, yeah.
I don't
like,
think he could jump without snapping his small bones.
I wouldn't want to
No,
watch.
okay. 7'5". No, 7'7". He weighed 201 pounds.
There's just no way.
It's
It's
impossible.
okay, so his stats weren't that good, but he was a better player than his stats indicated.
It doesn't matter.
His
like,
highest average was 3.7, but that's not a problem. 5 blocks, he averaged 5 blocks.
I mean, if you're that tall, that's like all you can do, though.
Exactly, but he could also shoot threes well.
I
Well
mean-
enough.
won a game, obviously. He only averaged 3 points.
I mean, he was. If you're that tall, it's really hard to make a career in the NBA because you're just so prone to injury. Like Yao Ming, he should have, like, injury ruined his career. So it's just, like, I don't think there'll ever be too many big men like over 7'2". Like 7'2" is like the cutoff limit of being a successful big man in the NBA. Unfortunately,
Will you remind me? Yao Ming is in the Hall of Fame. Can somebody? Why?
Because he was great.
he was very good when he did play, but he's just injury like destroyed. He played like 6 years.
I don't know.
Injuries / Chinese government conspiracy, depending on how you want to.
Yao Ming is one of those borderline Hall of Famers.
You're
Like he should be the cutoff. Like
I mean, it was more just because of like his promoting like international relationships. Because there was some like tension between China and America, like still is. But he just kind of made things better. He was like
Like
an
what?
ambassador, kind of.
You brought this up when we were talking about HB2. You remember that? The Charlotte bathroom thing? And you
What does
said
that do with China?
You said China has human rights relations and human rights abuse, and the NBA still works with them.
Oh yeah. Well, why? I'm not saying it's a good thing.
We've been over this already. What I'm saying.
I'm saying it has nothing to do with. Well, I guess it does, but I'm saying it shouldn't have anything to do with Yao Ming being in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying.
It was an appeasement thing more than he's.
Can he get in the Chinese wing or something? He shouldn't be with Michael Jordan.
The Chinese Basketball Hall of Fame. Really? You're a terrible person sometimes.
All right, I guess that's all of my team with my
right.
6 centers.
Number 1, we got your boy, straight out of Syracuse,
Yep.
Johnny Flynn.
Oh.
Wow.
Because I mean, he's good, and I want this team to score some points eventually at one point. But Johnny Flynn's my starting point guard because, let me tell you, he was disappointing when the Timberwolves took him over Steph Curry.
It was a good choice, though. I like that.
I mean, at the time, he was great in college, and he was coming out of a bigger college than Steph Curry, so I guess it could be excused.
Well, looking back, it can't be.
Looking back, it can't be, but at the time, it's like, yeah, you got a great guy coming out of a big school as opposed to a great guy coming out of a lesser division.
Yeah.
That's a fair enough mistake. Smush Parker, number 2. He's the bomb. I think he really made Kobe want to kill himself a couple times.
Oh, wait, could we go back to the player you was talking about? What was the first one?
Johnny Flynn.
Oh, dang it. Because I looked up, I kept thinking of T.J. Ford as the guy who broke his back, and now he's paralyzed from the waist down. So never mind. So why is he out of the league then? Was he that bad?
Yeah, he was pretty bad.
All right.
He was inconsistent. Then you got Damian Wilkins.
Who?
At my small... There you go. He plays for, I think, the Sixers now. Or he last played for the Sixers.
That's like a mix between Damian Lillard and Dominique Wilkins.
Yeah.
Got a good future.
But, not as good at all.
Yeah. Anyone has the potential.
And then my power forward, Frederick Weiss.
Who are these people?
Why
Exactly.
choose people that are known?
Because he was the dunk of death?
Oh, is that guy who wanted to kill himself because he got dunked over by Vince Carter?
He lost his basketball career.
Beautiful man.
Was he in the NBA though?
Yeah. He was drafted 15th overall by the Knicks.
Huh. Oh, Vince Carter
He
was
played
a bad
from
man.
95 to 2011.
Wow.
So actually pretty
that's
long.
a really good career.
Yeah.
Stealing checks.
That's not the way to go out though.
Stealing checks. Okay, who's next?
Last, certainly least, is Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry.
The posterizer.
I need a bruiser. I play physical, so my players play physical.
Here we go.
Jacob knows this. I made him bleed once, I think. Right?
Multiple times. I have plenty of scars.
I think I made him cry. I don't know.
Probably.
'Cause he was on the ground and I rolled a ball at his head.
Oh, like Kwame Brown at a
There you
whatever
go.
that guy named Crittenton.
He's my 6th man. Kwame.
He's your heat check guy off the bench, the Jamal Crawford, the between the legs pull up.
My 360 half court shot. Yeah.
The guy who catches the ball and drops it and picks it back up and misses the dunk when no one's there.
Yeah. So that was my team, my trash team.
No 6 man.
I mean, it's pretty
That
good.
was my 6th man. It was
They're gonna get pretty tired. Eddie Curry's gonna get tired quick when you're playing all those minutes. Like there's only 6 people or 40 minutes.
Exactly.
Y'all gonna get blown out in the second half.
Wasn't that the point to make the worst team we could think of?
Man, I had a strategy going in this. Like they got good teamwork. They're just terrible.
Well, you chose someone that's in jail currently, so.
But I think the U.S. will pardon him.
Are you trying to pull a longest yard but with basketball?
Whatever that means, yes. I kind of forgot. I watched the movie before, but I
Can you
forgot.
imagine how good Crittenton is, on the prison ball courts or whatever?
I mean,
Prison ball courts?
Some
Guys,
places
let's
have
play
that.
some prison ball.
No, they definitely have.
I wonder,
the jail around here does have basketball courts. They're
Pretty
not
much
good
every jail
basketball.
does.
didn't they have a TV series like Jailhouse basketball tournament on ESPN?
I did not hear this. I want to watch it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Or maybe it had an ad for it. Maybe it was on the internet, but because it definitely was a real thing. It's like something about the Rock, play on the Rock, protect the
I don't know
Rock.
what you look at on the internet.
Wow.
Anyways, I want to ask about. We're done with the teams, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to ask them what your outlook on the NBA season is.
It's going to be so crazy.
Especially you, Jacob. All this stuff happened since the last time we talked about about basketball. Kevin Durant on the Warriors. Atlanta Hawks got Dwight Howard.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Cavaliers re-upped on another team. Oklahoma got Russell Westbrook and Victor Oladipo. Spurs are slightly less good, and a lot of small stuff happened. But what you looking at this year?
My highlight is going to be the Knicks. Like just watching them because they could either be decently good or the worst team in NBA history.
They are a super team, according to
Because you guys
Derrick Rose.
remember the Lakers a few years back with like Dwight Howard, Steve Nash, Kobe, all that.
Yeah.
It could be like that, and it's very possible that it will be that. But there is the potential that all of them will find their 2012 form and come back to be like a decent, like mid-playoff team.
If all these players play like their prime, Derrick Rose is prime Derrick Rose, Carmelo Anthony is still himself, and Joakim Noah is defensive player of the year stuff, they're going to the finals.
Yeah. Well,
if they play,
how could they beat the Cavs though? I think they have potential to make.
Yeah, even if they all play like their perfect
Conference.
2012 selves, it's not getting them past the Cavs.
who's going to guard Derrick Rose?
Without some
LeBron.
Kelly Olynyk.
Who's going to guard Carmelo?
LeBron.
Kelly Olynyk is going to guard all of them, tear their arms out.
Like, the Cavs could get beat by teams that have multiple good ball handlers, and like name any team like they faced in the East that had two good ball handlers, and don't say the Toronto Raptors because that's not true.
Boston. Yeah, short guy.
Isaiah Thomas and who
Avery
else?
Bradley.
Avery Bradley's a baller.
He's actually really good.
He's
Underrated.
great.
He's a great
Yeah,
scorer.
yeah.
Evan Turner was better.
He's a small forward.
But I think that's an exception though, because the rest of their team is just so abjectly terrible.
Marcus
The
Smart was good.
Celtics.
Their team is not
Celtics
that.
are
Celtics were
amazing.
objectively bad?
No. Their team, like as a whole, like they're playing. Like the sum is way greater than the sum of the whole. What was that saying? Like
The sum of the whole is greater than its parts.
yeah, whatever. The team is trash when you look at it on
Yeah.
paper, but they play way better than what you would think.
They're just a good unit. They don't have like any.
They don't need-
have one All-Star.
they don't need
technically, but,
superstars.
Yeah, they don't have.
Well, I mean, they need to get past the Cavs. I
No,
would
they
think.
don't.
Get past
Kelly
the Cavs.
Olynyk just tears some arms out again.
And they still get swept. But
Not if you do it the first game.
That was the first game.
Not if you do it to everybody.
Ooh.
Well, Kendrick Perkins can handle that. I remember in that game, he like fouled Kelly Olynyk hard and had like a little scuffle.
Yeah, like I think you literally like threw him.
Yeah, that's my guy. If I want to have a championship team, you need Kendrick Perkins to come off the bench because he can give you 6 hard, violent fouls. That's why last year, secretly, I picked the Pelicans to win the championship because they did sign Kendrick Perkins. But it seemed like I forgot the cultural factor of New Orleans. Yeah, he looked like he'd been eating a little too much beignets, not coming to Pelicans too in shape. Anyway, what am I looking forward to? I think I'm looking forward to the Warriors, of course. That team,
That's gonna be crazy.
if they go all out, they could win like 75 maybe. I'm calling out.
I don't think they're gonna beat their last season mark because they have like the best compilation of superstars in the NBA, but their depth is kind of lacking at this point.
Yeah.
They lost Harrison Barnes. And he was decent, and I think isn't Andre Iguodala gone?
No, he's still there.
Is
They
he
brought back Andre and Sean
Right.
Livingston, so they got
And
6 good players.
Is Maurice Spates?
Nah, he's gone.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sad about
Festus
that.
Ezeli is out. So.
Yeah, so like they lost a lot of depth at big men. So I think when they need to play well, they will, but they're not gonna push as hard to get a good record because they don't have as much depth. So like their bench players won't be able to carry the team to win over 70 games.
Yeah.
They're gonna win like 66 games.
Yeah, they'll probably go 67 and 15 and just make sure they get the first pick. 'Cause the Spurs are not going to be as good, I think, this year.
82-0.
I mean, it's definitely possible if they wanted to do that.
Did the Spurs get anyone this year?
94-0.
They got Paul Gasol.
Power.
Oh, that's
Powell.
Oh, wow, that's gonna. Well, Powell's getting pretty old though. So.
And he can't play
Yeah, but
defense.
I mean, he was still solid.
Yeah,
As a backup.
he's probably gonna be better than Tim Duncan was
He's
last
pretty
year.
bad. No. He's pretty
He's
bad.
not
on
gonna, he
defense.
doesn't have the IQ of Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
so it's not
that's the
gonna-
problem.
It's not going to work the same.
He'd be good on offense, but he can't defend like that.
I mean, physically, he'll be on par, probably.
Yeah.
Or at least close enough.
Well,
Isn't-
Tim Duncan didn't really contribute to the Spurs last year, so losing him won't impact them much.
In the
I mean, like as a
playoffs.
leader,
Not
he
physically,
contributed
but
a lot.
mentally and stuff, yeah.
I mean, during the regular season, he was still
If
good
he came back
defensively.
as like an assistant coach, like the Spurs would be like instant title winners.
Maybe.
He's probably just gonna like move away to the Virgin Islands again and never talk to anyone. But
Well, what y'all think about the Pelicans this year?
Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Pelicans are going to be bad. But that's okay because they're younger, and they lost.
Y'all say that now. I'm seeing Anthony Davis is going to be the next KG.
I want to see a breakout year.
No, because Karl Anthony Towns is the next KG, and let me tell you why.
No, but they're gonna go. I bet they're gonna go to the playoffs this year. They're probably gonna be the 8th seed this year.
Pelicans?
No, the Timberwolves.
Of course they are.
No, they're not.
8th seed? Yeah, probably.
9th seed.
If they all play like if they play at their best, yeah.
It's either the Jazz or the Timberwolves in my eyes.
And the Jazz, like,
they're getting really good. They're really good defensively.
I'm looking for a breakout year from Buddy Hield, I think.
It was the first year, so what comparing that to?
He'll be breaking out of nothingness, so
He'll be better than he was in the NBA last season. So
True. I am excited for Buddy Hield.
Improved player.
What else we got? We got Luke Babbitt still. Eric Gordon is he there?
He left.
We got Solomon Hill.
Houston.
Solomon Hill, a young player.
God, we need to get somebody like
Etuan Moore, right?
Yeah, Etuan.
Like when you got Anthony Davis, you got to put him somebody around. The second best player on the team is who? Tyreek Evans.
Yeah.
Unless he gets traded.
If we stay healthy, then we're gonna
win 30 games.
Okay.
I think they could win 50 at least.
I hope AD doesn't start declining because there's just so much hype surrounding him. And like last season, he got injured and didn't play.
Like the hype can only last for so long before you're like, okay, you've been saying this for the last 5 years. He's going to be better. He's going to be better.
I don't think the hype is misplaced though because he's still like playing like really well. It's just that
but he can only keep it up for so long.
Like he played like 60 games last year and then he got the shoulder injury. And I'm pretty sure that injury was not as bad as we thought. I'm like, there's no point. I'm pretty sure he can't come back at some point.
But they cut him out because they were like, we're not going to risk you making it worse.
Yeah, because his team is trash. It's not his fault. Like, it's not his fault that they keep signing these garbage, middling players at best. Like, why Luke Babbitt? Like, he's a fan favorite around here, but why is he still on the team?
Because he's good. He provides what they need. He provides some shooting.
A solid 8 minutes that he like show me a 3-point percentage. Can you look that up for me?
Luke Babbitt actually contributes to the Pelicans. Like as much as we like are satirical,
especially since they're kind of bad.
He's actually pretty good. He started quite a few games last season just because at one point we had like 9 players injured. So he steps up when he needs to.
Is Kendrick Perkins still on the team? That's the question.
Luke Babbitt's on the Heat. I forgot about that.
Wait, what?
Oh.
We lost.
Also, he was drafted by the Timberwolves. Rolling.
Great draft.
Yeah, beautiful pick.
Salman Khan. Wait, that's not his name. Whoever.
Solomon Hill.
No, Khan, the GM for the Timberwolves that got fired. He really ruined the Timberwolves.
He can go eat actual male genitalia.
Didn't draft Steph Curry. Drafted Luke Babbitt.
No, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with him not drafting Steph Curry. Steph Curry wouldn't have brought the Timberwolves much higher than I think they got with KG. It's because he's with the Warriors and they are the way they are now that he's been doing as well as he has.
I don't know if that's true.
He wouldn't have made it to the finals 2 years in a row with the Timberwolves.
Well, I mean, yes, but I'm talking about like individual success. Like he would still been as good, I think.
Yeah, he would have, but that wouldn't mean much.
And then you had Kevin Love and him. Like that's better than any Pelicans team we had in like the past 5 years.
No, but you see, if we had Steph Curry, we would have played better and we wouldn't have gotten Kevin. Oh wait, no, we already had.
Yeah, you had him already because you got him in 2008, 2007.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, whatever.
I don't know how that would work though, because Kevin Love takes quite a few threes.
I mean, now he does. Back then, he was more a balanced player.
He was actually a good player.
Yeah, I miss that Kevin Love.
He was the focal point.
I dream about that Kevin Love. Like I fantasize about that Kevin Love every day. 2013 Kevin Love.
Keep it in your pants, Mark.
Like if y'all go look back at that 2013 Kevin Love,
I'm not gonna do that.
They won 40 games that year. That was a highlight.
I don't care.
They missed.
We're better now. We rise above.
All right, see y'all in the finals.
Definitely have the most potential out of any team in the NBA.
See y'all in the finals. See y'all in the finals.
In a couple years, maybe.
See y'all in the finals.
Maybe.
Well, is there anything else in the NBA?
Yeah, you're just objectively wrong about everything. I'm glad we cleared that up.
All right. Well, how about them 76ers, though?
Trash.
Ben Simmons.
He already has the highest-selling jersey.
Why would anyone buy that?
He's going to be a bust. Like, he won't. No one's going to know his name.
He's not going to shoot well. He'll dribble well, but, like...
He's got a terrible jump shot. Like, all he is athletic.
He doesn't even have a jump shot. I think his 2K release is, like, His 2K
It's
release
it's
is
a
generic
dunk.
0.
Wow.
So,
He's-
I mean, he's a good passer. He got LeBron passing skills, and he's pretty tall.
well, LeBron can shoot pretty well. Like Ben Simmons.
I mean, not at first though. He couldn't really shoot that well. He got himself to that point, which I think.
Because he came out of high school.
Yeah.
All right,
Simmons-
1 year later, like 1 year's that big of a difference. Like he wouldn't like 1 year. It took LeBron to be like 5 or 6 years to get like a credible jump shot. So I mean, it'll take him
Yeah, but Ben Simmons has more hype or about the same
more
amount.
hype.
The same amount of hype.
LeBron
The
was the
same amount of hype. I fixed it.
LeBron was the chosen one.
No, he was not.
Yes, he was.
Hardly.
LeBron was the chosen one. He was getting compared to Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson.
All right, you're
That is
clearly-
true.
You're clearly on some drugs.
Wow.
No one has been hype.
Go eat some salty sauerkraut, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
You don't have to go there, Sam.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Minnesota.
Salty surprise.
Things are getting a little heated in here. So,
Because you're just messing things up.
well, I think we're done, right? We don't have anything else to talk about. So, how long have you been going?
An hour and 15 minutes.
That's
Yeah,
a little.
That's pretty solid.
That's pretty short. Anyway, it's been the G.T.O podcast. I'm pretty sure this one is episode 14. We talked about stuff, and then stuff happened. Stuff will happen. So, my YouTube money's all gone. We're going to have to retire. Check out our Daily Motion channel. Just Google it. It's there. Vimeo as well.
Follow us on Twitter and Facebook.
That as well. Tell your friends about it or something if you want to, or don't. That's definitely an
Yeah,
option.
because Lord knows half of our hosting group won't tell their friends about it.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say you're resistant to advertising.
So, anyways, we're done here.